It's 6:35 on Wednesday, July 10th, 2024. This is a meeting of the Board of Directors of Abington Community Access and Media, Inc., Abington ACAM, the 501c3 nonprofit corporation that runs the cable access studio here in Abington. Our first item on the agenda tonight is approval of meeting minutes. These are the minutes from December 5th, 2023. Do we have a motion?
Move to accept.
I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
It's unanimous. Thank you. Next item is banking, money market, corporate funds, annuities. We have currently, as of Sunday, I believe, $315,883.83 in the money market, $104,435.03 in the CD, and $126,470.43 in the checking, for a total of $546,789.29 in the bank. We have 5 annuities totaling a little more than $625,000 with interest. They started at $600,000. They've accumulated, and were taken out at 3 separate times of the year, so their interest reports are annually. We haven't received all of them yet, but we're estimating right now interest at around $25,000 for those 5, giving us a total of $1,171,789. And next item on the agenda is the Executive Director's Report. Take it away, Kevin Tosh.
Okay. We'll start with staff updates. We'll start staff departures. Ian Deming, who was hired in December 22, has resigned as a full-time employee effective June 21st, 2024. He has relocated to New York to start a new position. Staff promotion. Matt Lyons has been elevated to full-time status as a staff producer. Matt has an exceptional grasp of not only the studio's day-to-day operations, works well with the public, studio interns, able to capture government meetings, oversee studio field productions, and provide ample sports coverage. He will remain in the position until December, when he will be leaving to California to finish his final semester at Emerson in Los Angeles.
Awesome.
A quick rundown as far as our student interns. This is school year 2023-2024. We had 5 seniors, which have since graduated, 3 juniors, 4 freshmen, and a middle school student who actually will become a freshman in the fall. Some of the you should see we've got some of the episodic intern cable programs. There's 4 of them. But they didn't. The interns didn't only do just on-camera stuff. We do have M in our name, media. So the interns also did podcasts. We had several podcasts that they do. Anybody who ever wants to listen to any of the podcasts, they are available on Spotify, and you can always go to our website, abingtoncamp.tv. As per usual. During the school year, we meet with the interns every Thursday, gives them an opportunity to either to be involved with some of the productions that we have coming up, pitch show ideas or programs, or even have other incentives to be able to keep them involved with the day-to-day activities. You'll see attached to your packet the spreadsheet for their hours, starting in August of 2023 all the way to July 1st. 864 hours was the hours that were logged in by these interns during the school year for close to $13,000, technically $12,974. I do know that we've had discussions that we wanted to make sure that we're utilizing and offering that, that incentives. And trust me, when you look at the spreadsheet, you'll see the interns that were interested in working and those who just kind of showed up, which is okay. As I do on a regular basis, marketing and outreach is key to let folks know what it is that we're doing. Continue to see increases on all platforms, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, or X, and YouTube. It's a list of some of the popular videos that we've had. The summer concerts seem to be the ones that folks like, as well as the mock crash that the staff produced for Abington Copes. It's doing quite well. The Tightrope Cable Cast project. We did order in late May, a new server or a new playback system. That installation was completed on June 18th. Everything seems to be running smoothly. Haven't had any issues to this point. The next step will be connecting with engineers from Comcast and Verizon. We already had conversations with Comcast about having one of their techs come and start the process. Actually, they called us just asking. It was Patrick called and said something, Peter, as regards to, hey, we wanted to check in to find out, you guys ready? And I'm like, yes, we just put a new system in, so testing should be beginning. The idea for the high def channel was we will create unique programming for that channel. Be something that'll somewhat differ from what we play on the public, the education, and the government.
Kevin, if I could. If
Yes,
it's
please.
appropriate, the engineering work on the tightrope system and the reference of Comcast, it's all about broadcasting in high def.
That is
And
correct.
That's what the
That is correct.
equipment spend was about.
Although-
Getting to a point. It was also a dated system, but it's coming into the maturity in the new age of high def broadcasting.
Well, what they also did is they, I don't know if the previous system we had, our aspect ratio was still 4:3, and it was kind of boxy. With the new system, everything is 16:9. It doesn't mean that the quality's any better because it's still broadcasting it in standard def.
Until we get to the high def, right?
Well, again, we're still going to have standard def channels, 3 of them. We'll have the one high def channel that the quality will really pop.
Exactly.
Okay.
Thanks.
Cost for the tightrope system was a little bit more than $60,000. This also includes assurances. It just what comes with the system. But if we have any issues with it, they will in fact remote in. I've had issues with the past one, and they would remote in and quick like a bunny fix whatever the problem would be.
Okay.
Which is good. Also, engineering costs and labor for the installation of the system that was done, that's approximately about $5,000. With the engineering costs also, he will clean it up because the system we bought, there's less to the system because they have kind of condensed everything from what we purchased 7 years ago. He's going to free up rack space, so be less congestion in the head end room. Cable cast and programming. I try to do my best to kind of break things down as to what we have done during the last fiscal year from July 1st of 2023 to June 30th of 24. We have added 867 new shows to the playback system. These, of course, are a combination of government meetings, community events, whether they be field productions or studio productions, some limited content from other PEGAC centers, but we produce so much, sometimes we don't necessarily need to rely on others, but I do always look around for a little bit of a variety if in fact we can. Average show run time is about 58 minutes for some of these programs. Has been our what we hang our hat on and our staple, Aberdeen High School sports coverage. And this,
high def?
huh?
Sports gonna go on high def?
Well, yes,
Okay.
yes, but we already, the content we produce is a low res high def. If you go on YouTube, I mean, technically, you could watch all of our sports on high def. We all have smart TVs, and you can go to YouTube. You probably have a browser. You can go to our YouTube channel, and that is usually 1920 by 1080. It's the,
Yeah.
middling quality. So, but yes, to answer your question, as you see, this is kind of a breakdown of all the sports that we've done, and again, we average close to 200 yet again. This is probably the third year that we're right around 200 games or matches that we make sure, if it's possible, we cover them. And then when it comes to them, the sports teams, because they're so fantastic, we do our best to provide either recording the games or traveling. There may be a conversation as to how we're going to further modify that, because this year we had a couple of teams that were doing well in the playoffs, and there was the thought that everything should have been streamed. And I had to make a decision as to I had one team that was 3 hours away, and we had one that was playing at home. Well, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that the team that's far away, where parents can't travel to, would be the game that I would send out a team to cover and live stream. Unfortunately, we couldn't because we were having problems with the live stream, but we still recorded it and played it back. So there may be some modification in the future as to maybe we'll wait until teams are around in the playoffs where we'll start live streaming, but we'll record everything else.
But you can only live stream one game at a time.
Currently, yeah, we could. I mean, we could do multiple. I mean, we have, but it would be, again, we would need multiple hotspots. Again, my thought is if it's a home game, people can go to the home game. If it's an away game,
I can't.
that's where we would try to make sure that we are the folks who can't get out there. And the way the MIAA does their playoffs, a lot of times teams are, depending on where your seeding is, if you're the top 16, well, it's a chance that you're going to have one or two home games. If you were bottom 17 through 32, you might be on the road. And so we do our best, and I'm very thoughtful in how we go about our coverage, but just something that'll have to be reviewed further come the fall.
Have we ever had an opportunity where if we couldn't get to that away event, is the other team able to record and share?
Yep.
And now it goes
Yep.
into our rotation on
Yep,
shared.
I've done that in the past. And then sometimes there are times that we can't get out there because we just don't have enough bodies. We are a small organization, and we do the best that we can with the co-op interns that we have and with the staff that we have. And we don't cover just one type of an event. We try to be well-rounded, whether it's a public event, a municipal event, or something that has to do with the public schools.
It's a good problem to have, too many teams in the playoffs, right?
Yeah, it is, and it's, and we have a lot of pride. We have a lot of pride in going out and cover them, and again, the staff likes doing it, most of them, and the interns definitely enjoyed going out and covering it and learning about, it's the thrill of setting everything up and covering it and then breaking it down and telling their friends that they were part of that production.
Nice.
New episodic shows and programs. We have a few. We have an author talk. We have one, Abington Cope's Moment. Politics. It's almost like a red versus blue type of a thing. Abington Veterans Muster. That is a monthly veteran show that we do. A fantastic gentleman who comes in and does it. He does a great job. I encourage you to watch it. And then live in ACAM, where it's musical acts are produced here, and it's high quality.
Good variety. I like
Yes.
it.
Municipal meeting coverage, about 130 meetings. That's including town meetings. Shows that are in development. Technically, this isn't no longer in development. The show actually the first episode will premiere this week. Joe Kenny, who is the animal control officer, is also a collector of a large amount of animals, snapping turtles, reptiles, bugs, arachnids, you name it. He will be coming. We actually have already shot the first of the first 4 episodes, and this Friday the first episode will premiere. Community coverage. And when I say community coverage, this is unique coverage, whether it's we're going out and we're shooting a local event. There's some 27 events that range from special ceremonies to the Founders Day events, where we try to at least have a couple of individuals out, covering a handful of events. It's impossible for us to cover everything when it comes to some of the great events that Abington Celebrates puts on, but we try to at least get a little bit of a flavor. And the staff does a great job. Each staff member has their own eye for how they put it together, and I value that because not everybody is going to want to put it together the same way. So that's great. But probably the crown jewel of some of our events would be like St. Patrick's Day, where we had multiple crew members on scene as we live streamed it, to doing graduation. We did 2 graduations. Myself and Trustee Matt Lyons, who is behind the camera right now, had to do back-to-back graduations. We did the Abington High School graduation on June 1st, only to the following Saturday do South Shore Votech reached out and asked us if we would do theirs, and we actually we did a 2-camera live stream of their event. They were very happy with it. Miscellaneous. Yesterday was the first day of the 4th annual CAM camp. That's what it's called now. It's the CAM camp, but it's the middle school film camp. Yes, we have some repeat offenders, kids who have loved coming to it.
That's great.
I think it's more so because of Matt Lyons and and Derek Terrell, who have done a great job. Derek has been unable to be a part of it because of other commitments. But what we're also doing is using it as an opportunity for the interns that we currently have, one that has graduated, one who is going to be a senior, to learn from Matt as to how he has shared this information. And it's Justin Fedorowski and Mike O'Leary are the 2 who have been working with Matt to, show these kids how to, from concept to script writing to, breaking out the gear and then editing it all together. They're actively doing that. Summer concert coverage has started. It's the 20th year. It started on June 30th. Staff has been equipped with ACAM polos. The idea is for anywhere that we are out, everybody has enough where they have T-shirts or polos that if they're out and they're crewed in a community event, that they'll know that we are there somewhere. They can pick us out in a crowd. Inventory and barcoding of all active equipment and gear has been completed.
That's great.
We have some 553 items. There is a question as to the legacy equipment that is still in the studio. If there's stuff that we end up holding on to, I would believe that we're going to do some barcoding of that until we get rid of it. But also the barcoding is going to go a long way to when people sign things out. We can, with the clicker, you can be able to log it into the spreadsheet. Other ways that we're going to look, so we're going to look to have a CAM yard sale to try to sell off our items. I'll put out the word to a lot of the local access centers to see if anybody would want to buy any of our legacy equipment or any of our cables, or we get a 3/4 deck. Maybe there's somebody who's thirsty for one of those. So we'll see what happens with that, and then maybe try to see if I can sell some of the stuff on Facebook Marketplace. We did try eBay and had very limited success. So finally, I'm going to look for prices in regards to purchasing a couple of DSLR camera bodies and some lenses. The idea is for film clubs and even offer photography as an option for our membership. And that is my report.
Thank you.
Are they still offering photography at the high school?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
But I think if you have to be under the age of 18 in order to be a part of that. So I'm kind of looking at the older demographic.
Oh, okay. You didn't say that.
Well, that's why I said membership.
Oh. I didn't. It didn't
Nope,
click.
my fault.
It didn't click.
My fault.
So that is the last item. Is there anything else?
None from me.
Not from me.
So our next meeting would be in October, right?
Well, that would be,
The
we have to
annual
have
meeting.
the
The annual meeting, yeah, that's what
in
I meant.
October. But we need to have 3 directors' meetings for the year. So we can do, this is one, we can do directors' meeting and then immediately following members' meeting
Yeah.
in October, if you would like. So we'll have it all in one night, because there really is not that much to discuss.
Have we had anybody like, inquire about maybe being a board, a director or anything?
Nobody?
Nobody?
No.
Nobody out there?
So then we would still need to have one regular directors' meeting for the year, to give us 3 total.
That's in the bylaws, but three.
It's in the
three-
bylaws. We
So-
could vote as a board to pass over that meeting.
I'm comfortable having another meeting between now and October, or
Yeah.
the night of the annual meeting to have a director meeting.
So this is one, because we've had our issues among us. It's our first meeting this
Let's
calendar
hope I don't
year.
have to have surgery
Yeah.
again.
So then we need to have one in October, a directors' meeting, that would be 2. We can have the annual meeting the same day, immediately following. That'll be 2 directors, and the annual, we still need one more
So it
directors'
falls
meeting.
calendar year and not,
Calendar year.
okay.
For that, yeah, it's really
So,
just a matter of how you break it up. Still, it would still be
Sure.
3 in a year.
do it in the beginning, the first week in December after that?
We could do that,
Typically, that would be fine.
yeah. So,
Yeah.
I didn't even think of scheduling the October meeting yet. Do we want
Yeah, why don't we
to
take,
wait and see how that goes?
can we pick a date? Just
Sure.
so we know. When do you usually have it? The 3rd or 4th week?
Like 10th, 17th, 24th?
Yeah.
That would be a Thursday.
Yes.
I know I'm traveling out of country the first 3 weeks of October.
Oh,
Oh, well, then I guess it's the 24th.
24th?
I'm out on the first week of October. But you didn't even mention that, so I wasn't going to say it.
As far as I know, I don't have anything at all, so
So what time would we have a meet?
Is the 24th good with you, Bob?
Yes, I can make the 24th work.
October 24th. So we can do the directors' meeting with annual meeting immediately following,
Yep.
Yes.
starting at, is 6:30 better for everybody?
What if we have the ACAM meeting right after? I mean, the annual meeting right after. Doesn't that start at 7?
Yeah, we may have to start at 6.
We'd have to start at 6 in order to get
Do
ours
we have a
done.
7 o'clock meeting option for our members' meeting?
Well, we can just say immediately following, and then, so whenever we wrap it up for the regular meeting, the annual meeting would start. And so far, we have
6 o'clock. I would do.
6 o'clock.
Can you do that 6
Yeah, we'll
just
try
that
to get
one
it done.
just for that one day?
Well, we
We'll go
can,
6 and
we
then
can
we'll-
change.
And then we'll
that
go
if it gets
6:30 for
closer.
the other one.
6 right now.
Just in
6,
case, God knows, you never know.
October 24th at 6 PM. For the next regular directors meeting with annual meeting immediately following.
Correct.
So the thing about the annual meeting is that we really only have 2 things for the members to discuss and vote on according to the bylaws, and that would be bylaw changes and election of directors. And we haven't had any members in attendance for the last several meetings, so
Maybe this
Depending
advance
how it
notice
goes.
opens it up so people know it's October
Yeah.
24th.
October 24th,
And we can probably even put that on our website so people are aware.
6 PM. We good?
Yeah.
It's great.
Okay. All right, so do we have a motion?
Move to adjourn.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye.